So I have got a little bit something different today. I am in Christina Lake in British Columbia. Beautiful place, beautiful lake, but I'm actually here with a book recommendation. This is the Imprisoned blogger, and I do have the author here. He's going to talk a little bit about his book, but I think this is a really good read. We'll talk a little bit more about what's in it, but it's very short, it's easy to read, it's like well written. So I do have the author here. He is going to talk a little bit more about this. I do also local art. If you're in Christina Lake, come check it out. We have, this is Othman, he's the author. We have Baba Kebab, really good Middle Eastern street food. Passing through British Columbia, passing through Christina Lake. It's a beautiful lake, really good street food. Local art over here, gotta plug it. But we're going to talk with Othman about his book and about what he's doing.
My name is Othman Hamdan. I go by Adam to make it easier for everybody. I'm originally from Palestine, and I've been living in Canada for upwards of 20 years. The past 5 of them had been in Christina Lake. Currently I run a food trailer in Christina Lake. Previously to that, I ran a blog, a political blog, that landed me in the crosshairs of the Canadian government, and I was the subject of a couple of trials in Canada, one in the BC Supreme Court and a number in immigration arena. And I ended up writing a couple of books. We're talking today about the Imprisoned blogger, which is a collection of stories that I have encountered while in immigration detention and dealing with immigration tribunals. I also include a bit of activism work in it and a general snapshot of Canadian society in 2000 onwards. A lot of these stories were written in a maximum security prison. Some of it is my experience, some of it are the experiences of other people that I have witnessed. And I was trying to give a voice to those people who otherwise nobody would have heard their stories. These stories would have gone buried in some files, and the officers that perpetrated these offenses would have gone unpunished. This book actually highlights the best and worst of Canada together. It is a quick read, but it's not a light read because the subjects are heavy. I'm trying to reach the Canadian audience, trying to let them know what's happening on their tax dollars and in their name. And the most reaction I get to the book is the following. I'm not surprised that there is corruption in government or something, but they are always shocked at how deep it goes and the level and the ideology that drives it. The point of the book is to reach a younger audience in the hope that they make better choices in the future and we get to a better Canada, and in return we will get to a better world. If this book sparks something in you to become an activist, please reach out to me.
This book, The Imprisoned Blogger, is available, and I will link to it. It's on Amazon or also in person. If you come through Christina Lake, stop at Baba Kebab. Currently, there is a Facebook page, which I will also link. We are working on an Instagram, which will hopefully be up by the time this video is posted. And we're also working on getting a TikTok account going. But for now, if you are interested in this, if you're interested about what's going on, about getting into activism, I will link this. You can buy this book. It's not very expensive, it's not very long, and it is well worth the read. It's important, especially for younger Canadians who are just getting into knowing about politics, knowing about what's happening in our country, especially Canadians, because this is what's happening with our government, with Canada. But if you're not from Canada, even if you're from America or Mexico or anywhere else, this is an important thing to read regardless, because if it's happening up here, it's almost definitely happening in your country too. Amazing dessert. Basbousa. It's really good. So even if you're just passing through and want some street food, Baba Kebab.